Good morning. It is Sunday at Leftover Cake Chat. I am Kristen and I am waiting on Erin to join me here. I am at For Medicine again today in Jupiter. It's such a great space, such a healing space. I love being here. So I'll give you a little sneak peek at where I am in a moment once we get Erin logged on. Good morning, Larissa. How are you? We're waiting on Erin to join here. Hopefully. Oh, there's Erin. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can add you today.
Good morning.
Yay! That was the easiest one
I
yet.
know, we're getting good at this.
Are you at Fainting Goat Cafe this
I
morning?
am at the Fainting Goat Cafe this morning. We are
Nice.
slowly but surely making some changes, so I'm hoping every week when people come in, they see something a little bit different. So I'm excited. We're putting up some of our signage today.
Awesome. That's so great. Well, before you jumped on, I was saying that I'm at For Medicine in Jupiter today, so another special place for us coming up here shortly, we hope.
Fingers crossed.
um, Fingers
Good
crossed.
morning,
Yay!
Larissa.
And I know you don't have cake or champagne with you this morning, so I have my Rev, which I wasn't going to drink until Laura came on, but it's my healthy energy drink. Here we go.
All right. Yeah, no.
Cheers.
Cake pops.
My cake pops. This one is so stinking cute. I know it's not going to do it justice that you can't see it, but it's got like crystals. They look like little diamonds all
It
over
looks
it.
like a little peppermint stick.
It does. I'm obsessed. So I'm not going to eat it yet, but I'm obsessed with, I love cake pops.
Your favorite.
Anyway, so it's Sunday and we talk weddings on Sunday. Today we're going to talk about weddings. Weddings.
Wedding.
Clearly.
We do
I
wedding.
might need some more focus drink. We're going to talk about invitations and save the dates, and timing on when all of that stuff should happen. So, um, typically, if you're doing a destination wedding, you want to give people a lot more advance notice than you do a traditional wedding, and that's because obviously the obvious they have to plan to travel. So airfare, accommodations, or even driving. The more notice, the better for a destination wedding.
And
Now, I say that, and we know all too well that if you are planning a destination wedding, a lot of times you're planning a destination wedding to limit your guest list and cut your guest list down. So, oh, there's Laura. Good morning, Laura. Drinking my Rev for you. I'll take another sip. Um, you're trying to cut the guest list down sometimes by doing a destination wedding. So, you might not want to send them out early enough for a lot of people to plan.
well, and it kind of depends too on the destination and the time of year because a lot of times, not only the flight travel, the hotel, everything that Kristen mentioned, but depending on the day of the week that you have your wedding, people are going to have to take a day of work off. So a lot of times people are like, for destination weddings, I have to have my wedding on a Saturday. And I'm like, well, why a Saturday? Because they're probably going to take Friday off to travel and then Sunday to travel home. So even if you have it on a Sunday, which if you are working on a budget, Sunday wedding is probably going to be a little bit less expensive for you, just because minimums from hotels, minimums from other vendors, pricing, vendors will give a discount a lot of times on a Sunday. So your individuals can travel on Saturday and fly back on Monday, so they'll take Monday work off. So changing the day of the wedding doesn't necessarily mean they have to take an extra day off of work if people are working to get to your wedding. It just means they need to take a different day off of work to get there. But having a Sunday wedding is also a lot of times, less expensive for people.
Agreed. Yeah. And I think that people want to celebrate too when you're with them. If you're traveling, you've asked them to travel all that way. So start the celebrations like as soon as everyone arrives. If people are coming in on Thursday, have a welcome party. Even if it's just drinks and appetizers or meeting up, um, for a scavenger hunt or something fun like that. But that's definitely something you also want to put in your invitation and your save the date. Are the dates things are happening? A lot of times we've had clients that before they actually hired us, they have sent out a save the date, and they sent out a save the date for obviously the day of the wedding. Months down the road into the planning, and guests have maybe already made arrangements, and now you're adding something on a Thursday or a Friday, and people get super bummed out that they're not going to be there for the start of the celebration. So really start thinking about it, thinking about when you actually want people there, and just communicate that. I think it's so easy now. A lot of people actually are doing electronic save the dates, electronic invitations. That's all, sustainability, going green, cutting back on things. And it's actually, it's a huge expense to mail out invitations, save the dates, announcements. If you're trying to cut back on budget, we always suggest doing something electronic to start with.
I think
but again,
another point on that too is don't get ahead of yourself, because just because you want to get married like next year, there's a date in October that's going to be very popular. So it's the most popular day that's going to be next year. So with that being said, you also don't want to say, I'm going to get married that day and tell everyone and post it online or something like that, and then you can't get the venue or the vendors or the date that you want. So don't get ahead of yourself just because you think you want a specific date. You don't know if your parents can come that day. You don't know if your, childhood friend that you want for your maid of honor is available that day. So I understand in your mind that's the day that you want to get married, but make sure you have a venue first. Make sure you have vendors first. Make sure those things happen, because if you do tell people, they will start making plans. So don't, what does my mom always say? Don't put the cart before the horse. Make sure you book your venue before you do anything with a date for people. And that goes for any sort of planning. You want to make sure that before you start telling people too many ideas, make sure it's done first. Get that contract signed. Anything can happen. Until that contract is signed, you never know for sure.
Yeah, and dates are so funny. I mean, like tomorrow's 11/11. We know everybody has an obsession with the double digits.
Yep.
So a lot of weddings happening tomorrow. Already have an inquiry for 10/10 next year.
And it's 10/10/20.
It's 10/10/20, but that's why it's so
that's
big.
why it's so big. 10/10/20.
20. I'm a numbers person, so I get that. I believe in all that synchronicity and crazy. That's not crazy, but anyway, it's the universe. Signs from the universe. Hi, Larissa. Hi, Andy. Queen Bee Florals. Laura. Gail. Everybody's on with us this morning. So back to invitations. Such cute ideas. I mean, years and years ago, my brother and sister-in-law got married, and we actually, you know what? Now I'm wondering if it was the first time we did it. Anyway, message in a bottle had not kind of been popular yet. It was a long time ago. And those were super cute. We actually sent out glass bottles and put the little message and things inside of them. I was looking online this week when talking about invitations, and there's just some really cute stuff. We've done passports. We've done airline. If it is a destination wedding. I saw something this morning when I was looking. Do you remember I can't remember the name of it. I guess it was called a view something. You clicked and it had a little slide.
And when you look into it, you have the different pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody actually made up their own old school little slide and mailed everybody one of those viewfinder. I think it's called viewfinder. I don't know. It's something. Hopefully you know what we're talking about. Totally dating ourselves. That's so old. But I thought that was super cute. One client mailed out a little puzzle that you had to put the pieces together, and it actually had the date, which was very
I love
cute.
those.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'm a puzzle person though, so I like putting pieces together. That's probably why I do the numbers on this side of stuff.
Yes. Me, not so much.
Yeah. I had a client once
uh,
that actually they knew a lot of their people weren't going to be able to attend and they were doing a destination event. So what they did when they sent out the save the dates is they actually sent out their favor to everyone. So it wasn't heavy, it wasn't, it was a really nice bottle opener and it was engraved with their names and we're getting married and it had the wedding date on it. So then that way, with the destination wedding, they didn't have to have an additional favor there because, you know, we've talked about favors before. I'm sure we'll talk about them again. If you're doing a destination wedding, or even if you're doing a wedding in your hometown or your college town or something like that, people will leave them behind. Not everyone will take them, but you have to have one for everyone just in case. So a lot of times it's an expense that you kind of feels wasted, and then you have 20 left, and you're like, what do I do with these? So if you send those out, yeah, hopefully they're food. Um,
yeah.
but if that's the case and you send something out with that, then you're covering your save the date and your favor. You're giving something to those people that, darn it, they already have something scheduled that weekend. They can't get off of work, whatever the case may be, and you don't have to worry about it later. It's one more thing off the list. So kind of combining those two things are a great idea as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, I mean, especially nowadays with everybody's like allergies and special kind of diet requirements, please on your RSVPs, list what your meal choices are if you're having them, unless you're providing, stations and it's going to be something for everyone, which I'm a fan of. But if you're doing a plated meal in your RSVP card, make sure you're giving a spot for people to write in dietary restrictions.
Always. My
Um,
husband will tell you that.
tell Yes. The chefs need to know that, and it's really hard for them to find that out while dinner is actually being served at the table. They're trying to get plates out, and 99% of the time, chefs are prepared for something like this. But if you're doing a wedding like someplace like here, and you might not have a full kitchen on site, um, you need to make sure that you're prepared. So in your RSVP card, it is very important. A few things: dietary restrictions, like we just said. If you're bringing a plus one,
Always important.
sometimes you bring a plus one and they're not invited. But um, also, when you're arriving and where you're staying, if someone's asking that, there's a reason. You're getting a welcome bag, or they are dropping something off for you, or the shuttle is needing to be organized to pick people up. So please try to figure those things out and actually fill them out before you send back the RSVP
And
card,
send them
because
back.
and send them back. Exactly.
Otherwise, we will be calling you as the planner saying, hey, we never got that in the mail. Are you coming? Because we need a seat for you if you are, and we need food for you, and we need to buy drinks for you. So is this happening?
I know. I feel really bad. I have an engagement party November 30th I'm doing, and they're chasing down RSVPs. And I'm like, this morning, I'm like, it's November 10th, people. How do you know you're not coming?
I know.
Or how do you know if you are coming? And it's a destination party. So anyway, fill that out. And, when you are doing your invitations, and we tell our clients this, obviously, we want to give people as much information. Everyone always wants to know what they're supposed to wear, what the weather's going to be like. Big fan of websites, and again, just communicating all of those details so that it's less texting and phone calls that you're going to receive as a bride or a groom asking all of these questions while people are packing. What to wear is always just such a big one for destination weddings. It's so funny. I literally will have this file saved of all of these pictures of what other people would wear, or I'm look at our blog and see what people are wearing in actual wedding pictures. It's so funny. People are like, well, we're going to a beach wedding, what do we wear? Well, don't wear heels.
Please don't wear heels. Please don't wear heels.
And if it's August, I highly suggest you don't wear a tux or even a suit.
And if you wear linen pants, you will sweat through them.
I know.
It's just gonna happen.
Please buy two of the same shirt so that when you are done your ceremony and you're done standing there melting because everyone's staring at you and you're doing pictures and it's warm, you're going to need to change that shirt. And you really don't want it to look funky in your photos, so buy two of the same shirt.
I mean, just the little
uh,
things. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here as planners, to help with those little things. And, you wouldn't think about that, but the pictures are what you look back on. So you want to make sure. How do we always get off our topic? We're talking
I
about
don't know.
pictures. We were talking about food. Our topic was invitations. So, guys, you are getting a whole lot of information this morning because
Uh, it all kind of
it
blends
does.
together,
It
though. I mean,
does.
an invitation really sets the tone for the entire wedding. Like your save the date, your invitation, tell people what to expect. So, if you get a fancy, boxed, beautiful invitation, wrapped in paper and it's beautiful in gold, and you're probably going to a formal affair. FYI. If you get a save the date, little message in a bottle and you open it, some sand falls out, you're probably going to the beach. I'm trying to think of what else, but it sets the tone, and it sets the tone for the rest of the stationery for your wedding as well. So, place cards, menu cards, all of these things fall into that suit of stationery. And everybody loves to customize things, and everybody likes everything to be kind of the same throughout. So when you are sending out again, setting that tone, save the date, invitation, think about that being carried out right through your thank you card, that
Absolutely.
you're going to send out at the end. Seating charts, I mean, we have literally, the stationary part starts the whole color process, and theme process of your wedding and where it's going to be, and what people can expect.
And
So
I think you made a good point, and you didn't even mean to. The thank you
usually,
cards, guys, those are huge. Don't forget those. Get the thank you cards, as Kristen said, the front of it looking just like the invitations, the other stationery, and just two simple handwritten notes, or handwritten sentences to individuals. It means a lot. If especially if they brought a gift, if they brought a person, if they were involved in your life in any way, they're at your wedding for one reason or another. Thank them for taking the time to celebrate that with you. So I think far too many people miss the thank you notes afterwards, and to me, that's really the special touch that makes it.
yeah. And as your planner as well, I am telling you this now because when you're done your wedding, you're like, oh my God, it was a whirlwind. Get your thank you card envelopes pre-printed
Yep.
with the addresses, because it's the one thing people start to do their thank you cards and like, oh my God, now I got to address all of them. Just get them pre-printed. Like that's like one of the best shower gifts I think I ever gave somebody. I literally bought them their thank you cards and pre-printed and stamped all of their envelopes for them. All they had to do was write their little thank you.
I
And a
know.
lot of times you can put a little picture in there from the wedding or something fun like that. Um, photo booths are still kicking around out there, and you normally get a picture of everybody. Um, some of them that you laugh about when
You're
you're
like,
at,
what were they doing?
yeah. Um, but I actually had a client that took all of those and made a thank you card of all of them. Most people forget theirs on the table or they lose them in transit. I end up with someone's random from a wedding I was just at. I ended up mailing it to them. Um, so that can be a cute thank you, just a little memoir from the night as well. So just, again, invitations, stationery, sets the tone for your wedding. Think about it. Not only are you thinking about a destination and a date and a location, um, I guess just think about all of that kind of flowing together.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Kristen said, it ties into pretty much every other part of the wedding. So we are here to help you think that through. Um, Between Kristen, myself, or Brittany, we can certainly assist and make sure that you have everything lined up and in a row and help you with your budget. I'm good at that.
Yeah. Aaron loves
I love
budgets.
numbers, guys. It all makes sense when it's on paper and in an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Excel. Oh. Okay. So tomorrow is Veterans Day, near and dear to our hearts. We have a special Erin that, do you want to talk about it, or do you want me to talk about it?
I can. So for the entire month, we do want to give back. We are going to do a 10% discount on our full service packages for any veteran. We will also extend that to any active military first responder. We appreciate what you guys do, and we want to assist any way that we can. So you can go to our Instagram, our Facebook, or our website, reach out to us, and we'll be able to assist. So any of that is, our website is www, obviously, Swivel Group Events with an S on the end.com, and our Instagram and Facebook are at Swivel Group Events.
Yes, and take some time tomorrow to honor all the veterans. I mean, I read some really sad statistics this morning online about the suicide rate, and it's alarming. Like, this is giving back to someone on a very special day in their life, to hope that, you know, they have something fun to look forward to. And so reach out to people tomorrow, and I don't know, it's just it's a very emotional time, I think, for a lot of people that we don't really ever think about. I think they close themselves off a lot.
They just don't talk about it.
It's our love. Yeah, it's our love mission for the month, to support them.
If anyone is close to a Margaritaville, all of the Margaritavilles are giving away a free cheeseburger in paradise to veterans. So something that they're doing as well. So, and I know a lot of other organizations are doing that. So if you know somebody and you're close to them, or look up some of the different things that different companies and organizations are doing, and you know, take somebody out to lunch, take somebody out to dinner, grab them and go and celebrate. Thank them for their service.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. And Brittany is her other half is a veteran, so it's near and dear to us here as well. So I think that's all I've got today.
All right.
I know we kind of strayed the topic, but you know, we kind of do that.
We make sure that everything is covered. That's our job.
This is very true.
All the details are done.
So I'm gonna sneak peek around. Can you see, or is it too bright to see the lake out here today?
We can see the lake. It's beautiful.
It's so pretty and so quiet. I'm obsessed. I'm just going to sit here and write for a bit. And anyway, happy Sunday, and good luck to you with your signage and your second week at Fainting Goat Cafe in Nashville. Yay. So excited to be there. December 1st.
December 1st. I'm excited.
Me too. All right, Erin. Well, have a good day. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I don't know if there's any questions because I can't see them. So if there are, we'll answer them later.
All right. Sounds good. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.